gotten this link to this video tutorial, you've obviously placed an online order with me, and the tutorial is using the On the Horizon stamp set. Well, I can't stamp images for you, you know that. So it's using the Horizon dies and the beautiful New Horizons Designer Series paper. The paper is definitely the hero in this online class. I'm into MasterChef, and they often say, what's the hero in the dish? Well, the New Horizons paper is definitely the hero in this class. So we've got 3 cards to do and 1 fancy fold card. Now I've got them all here, but I've got them all with my stuff all on top of them. So that will be the first card. Very simple. All we're doing is adhering the mountain range and stamping and adding some embellishments. And how gorgeous is that? So that's the first card. I've got all my little bits cut out on top of them. That wasn't very clever. This is the second card. Once again, the paper is the hero. Another mountain range, some fence, some grass, and some pebbles. I might not be able to put pebbles on my cards as I make them because I want to make sure I've got enough left for you guys. So I might have to put some other kind of embellishment on mine. But you'll get the pebbles in your card kits. That's card number 2. We'll put that underneath there. This is card number 3. So no mountain ranges in this one. Some trees and some little sheds or silos or whatever you want to call them, fence and some grass and a bit of a landscaping mound thing here. With this paper, I had to cut off the apricot or the pale papaya bit at the bottom. So what I've done is I've gotten a blending brush and the ink, and I've just added some of that colour back to the bottom of the card, of the paper. So that's card number 3. And, whoops. Because this paper is doing all the work, I've put in a little fancy fold card. Well, I've added a 3rd normal card. You normally get a fancy fold in my online class. So this is using the paper again, and it just folds out. So it's just a Z fold. Now, when I look at this part lines up, but this part doesn't. But if I'd used this piece of paper over here, it would have lined up. So you can swap these 2 pieces around when you're making your card, because I sort of thought afterwards that looks like the Horizon's a bit drunk. It's not quite level. So I'll leave that up to you. I'll probably do it this way round. Put that one there so that when they shut, when the card shuts, the Horizon continues being the same as I make this card in the tutorial. But I'll leave that one up to you. So I shall put my phone up into the holder and we'll get started making card number 1. So you will get everything you need for the kit, in the kit. So this is our first card. So we've got our mountain, some die cuts, some scraps, a beautiful DSP, this little strips for the inside of your card. So, and our card base. So we're using thick whisper white or basic white card base. So that should be scored and everything ready for you. And I shall get this. We'll just get that nice. And then what I'm going to do is grab another glue. Glue, because the one I was using for my Makeup Monday this morning was getting close to being empty, so I don't want to be fighting with an empty glue stick or glue pot. So this is a really great glue. It's in the catalogue. I think it's $7. It might be going up with the new catalogue, but it's just fantastic. I love it. Especially when I can't use the new replacement for the seal, the snail, very well. I've got problems with that. I have issues. I just cannot get it to work for me successfully to make it easy. And I don't like it when it's not easy. Okay, so all you're going to do is put your snow-capped mountains wherever you wish. Now, if you don't want to cut that little bit off, you don't have to. I'll leave that entirely up to you. Okay, let's move this card here. I've got my silicone mat, and I might get my fine tip glue. Now, this has been in the most recent annual catalogue, but they forgot to put it on the page in the adhesive section. But it has been available, but it is visible in the new annual catalogue. I can't remember offhand how much it costs, and this is the fine tip glue pen. So this is good for intricate little bits and pieces. So I shall use that. And just sort of, you've got a little bit more control over the glue coming out than you do with the Tombow when you're trying to put glue on the intricate bits. So let me just get that. Now I want my mountain, my snow-capped mountain, to go right there. And I don't mind at the moment that that's going over, because I've put this on dimensionals. When I put it up on my card, it won't be going over the edge of my card. So I kind of like that. If you want to snip it off, you go ahead and snip it off. So I'll just put my dimensionals on the back. Oh no, before I do that, I should have stamped my greeting, shouldn't I? Let's see. Okay, let's turn this back over. I'm sure I'll be fine with stamping of my greeting. Now, I am using stamps from the stamp set. And this stamp set is in the mini catalogue. Relax and enjoy your day. I like that. It's in the mini January to June mini catalogue. And that catalogue is still running until the 30th of June. So it doesn't appear that this Horizons suite has been carried over into the annual catalogue, which is a bit of a shock because everybody loves it. I'll just make sure I've got my dimensionals on the back, so this could be a disaster. Yay. Sometimes you have a win. Okay, now I use Misty Moonlight. By the time you do this class, Misty Moonlight's probably retired, but you could use Night of Navy, or even any of these pink colours. That would work as well. Or if you've got Misty Moonlight, you could certainly use Misty Moonlight. So now I've just pulled the dimensional backings off, and I'm just going to place that on the card base like so. See, I don't mind that hanging off like that. I think that's okay. And you can see on the inside, I've just stuck a strip of the designer series paper just to trim it off, because I'd cut some down. So I will use my Tombow for that. So you will have a strip in your card kit, and that is for the inside, just to decorate the inside of your card. And it's just nice to just add a little bit of trimming inside. Get my tissue. Rosie's just come into my room and she's scrunching around in her bed. I'm not quite sure what she's trying to prove, but anyway. Okay, now this one I've just put some basic pearls on because I thought that looked really nice because of the snow-capped mountains. So these will be in your kit. If I can pick them up, that's the question. Okay. And you just place them wherever you wish to place them. Now look, I'm just having struggles here. I'll do the next one. I probably should use my tape tool Oh, now you're having a little scratch, are you? She's so funny. Okay, and I'll put just a couple up in the sky. Oh, far out. There we go. And that is card number 1 done. How easy peasy was that? I'll just put my fine tip glue. $14.95 is the price that's coming to mind for the fine tip glue. I don't know if that's accurate, but that's what's coming to my mind. So if you don't want that little bit of the snow-capped mountain hanging off, you can just snip that off. That's fine. Or you can shove it in a little bit further like I've done on this card. And cut that end off. Whatever you wish to do. But that's really simple. And as I said, the paper is the hero. So that's card number 1. Okay, this is card number 2. Another super simple card because the paper does all the work. So these are all my little die cuts. You'll get all the die cuts and the paper. So once again, this is a thick basic white card base. And I'll just get a nice firm crease with my bone folder. And I'm going to attach this to the black card backing. And there we go. Just always make sure I've got the border even all the way around. Okay, once again, I'll put that there. This time we've got the mountain as well as the snow caps. So you can attach that first. That's not the one I want to use. I want to use the fine tip glue. My dog is going to start barking any minute now, so I'm going to have to probably... I'll just stop the video. Okay, sorry guys, I'm back. Okay, so I've put glue on this. Now I'm just going to line it up onto my mountain range. So it's a little bit fiddly, but not too bad. Tweezers come in handy. And you'll see that it doesn't sort of line up perfectly, but, well, maybe that's just me. But it works pretty well. And then I'm going to place that. Now, see, I haven't lined it up very well, have I? In fact, the glue has dried since I tried to put it on, so let me do that again. That's probably why it didn't line up. Okay. Yeah. I shall get my tweezers again and I'll line it up better. I could have done adhesive sheet for you, but I just found that the glue worked just as well and wasn't as fiddly as the adhesive sheet. So I hope you guys are okay with that. There we go. I haven't lined that up very well, but with the glue I can push that into place. Okay. There we go. Now I'll get my Tombow. A bit more over here. Okay, Then pop your mountain range down on your paper. And I sort of think this is like a lake in the foreground. And that's why I've put it like that. Let me just get this. There we go. Oh, looks like this bit didn't have enough glue. Okay, so that's that. Now I'm going to do my fences. Put my fences down, and you'll have your fences in your packet, in your kit. I can't win. There we go, and my other fence. The lady next door is putting up her garage door, and Rosie can hear that, and she's not happy. Oh well. Okay, and then my other fence will be over here. And then I'll use Tombow. I'm sort of going between my fine point glue, my fine tipped glue, and my Tombow. Can't decide which one to use. Okay, and then I'm just going to attach my little bit of grass here. I'm going to snip that bit off. And then I've got another piece of grass. There we go. And this one I will keep that little bit going. So I'm just going to pop that down like this. So this little piece I'm just going to snip off. A bit of that. Now in the Horizons stamp set, you've got some birds. Oh, the grass is stuck to my finger. And I shall clean this one off and use the birds on that. You can see I've got other little bits of fences here happening. Now the birds in this stamp set, you've just got to make sure you've got them the right way up. Okay, and I'm going to use Evening Evergreen ink for this. I should put my glue lids back on. This one's hard to get on. Only because my eyesight's not good. Okay, so I'm just going to, let me just see, those birds are upside down. Now they're not. Okay, so I'm just going to put them over here and clean that off. So if you've got a stamp set with any birds in it, I know the Sailing Home stamp set has birds. Now these are sticking to me. The Waves of the Ocean, I think it's got a bird in it. Just one bird. Could use that. Okay, and this one's Wishing You So Much Happiness. There we go. Now, I'm not going to put the stones, the pebbles on mine because I don't want to run out of pebbles for you guys. So I'll put something else on mine and I'll fold that up. And this one is also popped up on dimensionals. So just get the backings off. Oh, not the whole whole thing, Denise. Okay, and then just center it on my card base, like so. So then you will have some of these to put around, but I'm just using them a bit sparingly, so I'm not going to do that. I'll just see if there's something else I can put on my card. Gilded gems. That sounds like a good idea because they're retiring. And I need to use them up. So I'll just put them down here. Just in a little cluster. But I'll give you enough gems, pebbles to put onto yours. Okay, oops, I forgot to do this on the inside. So once again, I've just put a little strip of the paper down the inside just to decorate the inside. Can do that instead of stamping. And let me just see. So it goes this way. Not that it really matters. Oh, I haven't trimmed that one down. I hope I trimmed yours down. So if I haven't trimmed yours down, just get your scissors and snip that off. I'm sure I've trimmed everyone else's down. So that's card number 2. Okay. Okay, card number 3. So this is our card. There we go, and you'll have all your bits and pieces. Oh, what was that? Okay, that's going to be my card front now, so I can cover that up. I don't know what that was. There it is. Could not find it. Okay. So once again, you're just really building your scene. That's for your inside. So we'll move that over. Put our bits there. And we shall. Now what I did was with this piece of paper, it had some pale, like apricot down the bottom, but I had to cut it down to get this bit here. So what I did, and it's up to you if you want to do it, because we will be putting this piece down here. But what I did was I just got my pale papaya ink. Let me just move that over here, and I'll get a scrap piece of paper, and I just sort of put some the pale apricot colour onto the base of this, which is sort of the bit I had to cut off. So that's up to you if you want to do that. You can. I wouldn't use pumpkin pie, that would be too heavy. I would use the pale papaya. Also, saffron might work. That would be a good one. So we shall pop this onto our evening evergreen card base, not card base, matting piece. There we go. That's not straight, Denise. So let me just move that across. Okay. Okay, and then I shall move my bits back. That's going inside the card. Okay, so we've got this piece here, which we can attach. So this is like a bit of a landscapey piece that I thought I'd use because I thought it looked good. Okay, pop that there. A bit over a fraction. And we've got our fence. I've cut the fences out all with the In Good Taste DSP, you know, that double pack. Because there's lots of wood grain pieces of paper in that. And that just gives the fence a little bit more texture in a way. Rather than just the cardstock, I thought it looked a bit more authentic. So that's the fence done. Okay, now I've also cut the grass from some of the paper to give it a more of a authentic look again. So it's really not that hard putting these cards together. So I'm going to put one I put behind the mound. That was silly. I've already attached my mound. Not to worry. You can do it before you attach your mound if you want to. Doesn't really matter. And then this one's just going to go like here. I was too focused on making sure I told you about the blending. So I'm just gonna pop that there. There we go. It's like a little grassy knoll. Okay. Now we do have some trees that I sort of created this to be like the edge of a lake, if you get what I'm saying. Now, your little silos or sheds, you're going to have to colour with blends or markers. And you can choose to colour them whatever colour you like. So I will do that before I attach that to my card. So I just used the all the skin tone pieces for that, blends for that, and just sort of went with whatever worked. So that one can be the ground. Like so. So your stamping right markers will work for this. Okay, that one will do for, well, that's not the same colour, is it? But that's okay. We'll just go with the flow. As it doesn't matter. We're just sort of making them barns or whatever. There we go. And we all know everything on farms isn't perfect. Let's see what this one is. So these are all, yeah, that can be the door. These are just all different browns from that skin collection that came out. And I believe it's in the new catalogue. Okay, and let's do a roof. Is this the colour we did the ground? Yeah, let's do the roof, this colour. If you want to leave them as is, that's fine. I just thought I'd colour them in. Okay, so now we'll bring our little bits back in here. And what I did was I touched my trees first because I'm making this like the edge of the lake. And then I'm going to put my little barns over the top. So let's get our glue again. Oh, too much. So if you've got this paper, use it for the die cutting because it gives it a really cool effect, I think. I'll slide him over a bit. Hope my head wasn't coming in. It probably was then. Sorry. And then the barns or silos or whatever you want to call them. Glue everywhere. That'll be right. And then this one I've just sort of put here, and it sort of presents like it's on the edge of the lake, I thought. Okay, let's mop up that bit of a mess. Okay, I've put that flat on the card, so I can do that. If you want to put it on dimensionals, you can, but I've done it flat. There we go. And I'm going to cover up my little whatever I've got in there on my card base because I'm not happy about that. Okay, so just get that centered and push it down. I think I'm needing a new tissue for my glue wiping. Okay, I haven't actually got my soft succulent piece out, but I will do a piece for you. I haven't done it for mine yet. I will do a piece for you and I'll banner it with the banner punch, and then you can put your greeting in it. That happy birthday is from Artistically Inked, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so this will be my insert. Let's get rid of this. There we go, that's a good idea. And I'm going to put the apricot along the bottom. You can see it's come to night time now and I'm getting shadows from my light. And I'm just going to put that there, so let's just do that now. But yeah, I haven't punched out my soft succulent for my greeting yet. But it will be in your kit, don't worry. There we go. So that card's pretty much finished, just needs its sentiment. It looks good, doesn't it? It's amazing how you can make them look like scenes. Okay. Okay, so this is our last card. This is the fancy fold card. Really simple. Really, really simple. I can't stress how simple it is. Let me put our die cuts over here. Get our card base. So it's a piece of old olive card base. And it's just an A5 card base with this part folded back. So the front half folded back again. And that's how it sits and works. So you can place that there. And this is what I was talking about before. what I did was I sort of joined up the, was that it? I don't know. Now that's going over here. Okay. I did it this way, but then when it folds, this piece doesn't match up with that piece. So you might want to put this piece here. It's entirely up to you, because when it's folded shut, those two pieces will match. Now let me show you. When this one's shut, see how they don't, the horizons don't really match? So let's do it this way. I mean, when it's open, it might be a bit of a mishmash, but I don't think it's going to be too bad. I think it'll be all right. So let's just put that there. And I'm wondering if I should stamp my birds first. I think I might, before I attach anything down. So we'll get our birds out. And we've got our evening evergreen. And you could even stamp your birds before you cut your paper up, but I didn't think of that because I'm not that clever. Okay. So that's that one. So as I said, if you've got a stamp set with some birds, just use those ones. There we go. If not, don't worry about birds. Okay, I will clean that in case I put my card into it, just in case. There we go. Okay, now I'll put them back where I want to position them. And I will attach them to my card base, and then I will put the other bits and pieces onto it. So the border on this is very fine. So don't worry if you don't have much of a border. It's not going to be a very big border. Okay, that's that piece. Oh. So as I said, if you want to have them, the pieces of paper going in the right way, then you do that. But I just thought I'd do this one this way, and then you can see the difference and you can make up your mind. Okay, so then this one's going to go here. I first made this card with putting the white on the end, so you didn't have the problem about the paper, but I thought maybe the white should be hidden because that's where you're going to write on it for your greeting and stuff. So if you prefer, if you could want the white on the end, you can put the white on the end. That's cool. That could work as well. So you don't have to make them exactly the way I do it. If you want to mix it around a little bit, do it. That makes it a bit more individual. Okay. I'll get off. I've got tissue stuck to my fingers. Get off. Get off. Okay. So now when we fold that up, see how the horizon matches, whereas this one it doesn't. It's just a little, just a little thing. Okay, let's bring bits and pieces back in. What will we start with? Will we start with the fence? Oh, that fence looks very white. No, I cut it from some wood grain, but it looks a bit white. But that's okay. I don't care. Okay, let's start start with our fence, I think. Oh. Okay. So I'll just put a little bit of glue on our fence. I'm just doing it on the vertical palings. And I'm just going to pop it down there. Excuse me. Such simple cards, really, because as I've said all the way through, the paper is what's doing the work. Okay. I might use my tweezers. I might not get into as much difficulty. There we go. There we go. Okay, so the next thing I've got to work out where do I want my trees. Oh, I've only cut two lots of trees for myself. Well, that was a bit silly. I thought I cut 3. I'll give you 3. So there's 3 here. I'll give you 3, but I've only cut 2 for myself, so that's okay. We'll go with that. I might put that one there. These ones will stand out a bit better here. Okay, I'm going to... Oh no, look, duh head. There's the third one. Honestly. Okay, so I'm going to put this one, and I want to cut it off at some point. There we go. Scissors. It's like doing surgery. Not that I've ever done surgery. There we go. Mop up my glue so I don't have problems later. Or shall I put this one here? Ah, it's getting stuck to my fingers. Yes, I think I'll do it that way. That's the only problem using the glue. You get gluey fingers and then everything sticks to your fingers. So then I just sort of moved the next row up a little bit and got my scissors and just did a trim. And the last one, I'm thinking I hadn't done 3. Was sitting right there in front of me, honestly. And then this one, you can just pop it like so. Once again, a bit of surgery. I think that looks really cool. So now you've got trees going there and trees going there. All your horizons, like that can be the lake, the meadows before the lake. Okay. Then we've got some grass. And that's just been cut out with old olive cardstock. Yep. And we'll have to do a little bit of surgery on that too. I'll just put it down here. There we go. And this one. And I'll put that there. So really hardly any stamping on these cards at all. Now, my sentiment that I've used is from Paradise Palms. Oh. It's like a needle tip going back into the hole. There we go. And I just can't see it, so I've got to do it by feel. Okay, so I will put in some pebbles for you. I'm not going to use them, as I said, because I don't want to use too many up for you guys and not have enough for you guys. So Paradise Palms is a beautiful set, and it's got some nice sentiments in it, and I really like, hope you find a little bit of paradise wherever you may be. I really like that one. There we go. So I'll pop that there. Now I could use Evening Evergreen to stamp the sentiment, but I'm going to get Old Olive out. But you could use, you know, Evening Evergreen, Garden Green, any green. Beautiful. There we go. And so that's your fancy fold card. As I said, you'll get the pebbles to go in, to go around your fence. But I don't want to use them up. So I will just do that. And once again, I might use some of those gilded gems up. Let's have a look, because I can't use them. Where's my little, there it is, my pokey tool. I can't use these after they retire in a class. Well, I can, but I don't like doing it. So you'll get the lovely pebbles that go with this suite. But I'm saving them for you guys. Okay, so that was the stamp set, for the greeting from that stamp set. I will just clean it and then we'll spread all our cards out and I'll show you them. Okay, go back there. So this is our fancy fold, and I do like the way it has a horizon on my sample card. It sort of looks like, that looks okay, but then what happened here? Whereas I do like the way this works. I do prefer that. It's a bit dodgy, I guess, in here, but when the card's standing like that, it looks nicer. So you'll get the stones like that. So that's the fancy fold. This is the one on the lake edge. And I'll give you I'll supply you with some soft succulent cardstock for a greeting. So they're your little barns or whatever they might be. This one's one of your mountains. You will get the pebbles. And that's like a snowy mountain overlooking a lake. And here is the other mountain, snowy mountains. So they're the 4 cards in the class, in the online card class. I hope you'll enjoy making them. If I've forgotten to put anything in your kit, let me know. And if you come to a class, I can supply it to you. But I will try not to forget. So I hope you enjoy making that class. And I look forward to you participating in another online class with me. So thanks for ordering from me, and I really appreciate it. And thanks guys, I really do appreciate your orders. Bye for now.